Samuel Pufendorf, a prominent figure in the realm of natural law and political philosophy. His ideas have significantly shaped the understanding of law, morality, and the state. We'll break down his key concepts and theories in engaging, easy-to-understand way. Introduction to Samuel Pufendorf. Samuel Pufendorf was a 17th-century German philosopher, jurist, and historian who made substantial contributions to natural law theory. His work came at a time when Europe was grappling with the aftermath of the 30 Years' War and seeking ways to understand and establish political order. Pufendorf's writings provided a framework for thinking about law, sovereignty, and human conduct, natural law and human nature. Pufendorf's most significant contribution lies in his elaboration of natural law. He believed that natural law governs human behavior and is discoverable through reason. For Pufendorf, understanding human nature is crucial to understanding natural law. He argued that humans are inherently social creatures, driven by a need to live in harmony with others. This idea sets Pufendorf apart from some of his contemporaries who viewed humans primarily as self-interested. While acknowledging that self-preservation is a natural instinct, Pufendorf emphasized that humans have a natural inclination towards sociability, cooperation, and mutual aid. The Law of Nature and Nations. One of Pufendorf's key works, De Jure Naturae et Gentium on the Law of Nature and Nations, published in 1672, delves into the principles of natural law and their application to international relations. In this work, Pufendorf outlines a comprehensive system of natural law that includes duties towards oneself and others, both in private and public life. Pufendorf argues that natural law consists of fundamental principles such as justice, respect for others, and the obligation to keep promises. These principles are binding on all humans, regardless of their cultural or religious background, because they stem from human nature itself. Moral and legal obligations. A central theme in Pufendorf's writings is the distinction between moral and legal obligations. Moral obligations arise from natural law and are universal, applying to all individuals based on their shared humanity. These include duties, honesty, fidelity, and benevolence. Legal obligations, on the other hand, are specific to particular societies and are established by human agreements or positive law. Positive law includes all man-made laws enacted by governments to regulate society. While these laws should ideally reflect natural law principles, they are subject to change and vary across different cultures and societies. The role of the state. Pufendorf's views on the state and government are elaborated in another key work, De Officio Hominis Civis on the Duty of Man and Citizen, published in 1673. Here, he argues that the primary purpose of the state is to maintain peace and security, ensuring that individuals can pursue their well-being without interference. Pufendorf believed that the state is a necessary institution arising from human nature. Since humans are naturally sociable, but also prone to conflict, the state is needed to enforce laws and mediate disputes. The social contract, according to Pufendorf, is an agreement among individuals to form a state and submit to its authority in exchange for protection and order. Sovereignty and the law. In discussing the state, Pufendorf places significant emphasis on sovereignty. He argues that for a state to function effectively, it must possess ultimate authority within its territory. This sovereignty includes the power to make laws, enforce them, and adjudicate disputes. However, Pufendorf also asserts that sovereign power is not absolute. It is bound by the principles of natural law. A sovereign must govern justly and protect the rights and well-being of its citizens. If a ruler fails to uphold these duties, the people have a moral right to resist or seek redress. Property and economic rights. Pufendorf's views on property and economic rights are also rooted in his natural law theory. He argues that property rights are essential for social order and individual well-being. Private property, according to Pufendorf, emerges from the need to allocate resources efficiently and ensure that individuals can sustain themselves. In the state of nature, resources are held in common, but through labor and cultivation, individuals can claim ownership of particular goods or land. This process, much like Locke's labor theory of property, is justified by the effort and resources invested by the individual. Pufendorf also highlights the importance of contracts and commerce in economic relations. He believes that binding agreements and fair trade practices are fundamental to maintaining trust and cooperation in society. The duty of humanity. A recurring theme in Pufendorf's work is the duty of humanity, which encompasses the ethical responsibilities individuals have towards one another. He argues that natural law requires people to act with humanity, meaning they should show kindness, compassion, and respect for the dignity of others. This duty extends beyond mere non-harm. It includes positive obligations to assist those in need and to contribute to the common good. Pufendorf's emphasis on humanity reflects his broader view that natural law is not just a set of prohibitions, but a guide for promoting social harmony and cooperation. International relations and peace. Pufendorf's ideas on international relations are forward-thinking and stress the importance of peace and cooperation between nations. He believes that the principles of natural law apply not only to individuals within a state, but also to states themselves. In Jure Naturae at Gentium, Pufendorf discusses the laws of war and peace, advocating for just conducting international conflicts. He argues that wars should only be fought for legitimate reasons, such as self-defense, and should be conducted in a manner that respects the rights of non-combatants and prisoners of war. Pufendorf also emphasizes the role of diplomacy and treaties in maintaining international peace. He believes that states should engage in dialogue, honor their agreements, and seek peaceful resolutions to disputes whenever possible. Religion and toleration. Pufendorf's views on religion and toleration were particularly progressive for his time. He argued for a separation between religious and political authority, contending that the state should not impose any particular religion on its citizens. In his work of the Law of Nature and Nations, Pufendorf asserts that religious belief is a matter of personal conscience, and that individuals should be free to practice their faith without coercion. This principle of religious toleration is grounded in his broader commitment to natural law and the rights of individuals. Criticisms and legacy. While Pufendorf's theories were influential, they were not without criticism. Some contemporaries and later scholars have argued that his emphasis on natural law lacks clarity in distinguishing between moral and legal norms. Others have pointed out that his theories sometimes struggled to address the complexities of human behavior and social institutions. Despite these critiques, Pufendorf's work laid important groundwork for subsequent developments in legal and political philosophy. His ideas on natural law, the social contract, and the duties of humanity influenced later thinkers, including Immanuel Kant and the framers of modern international law. Pufendorf's legacy is evident in the continued relevance of his ideas in contemporary discussions about human rights, the role of the state, and international relations. His vision of a society governed by reason, justice, and mutual respect remains a cornerstone of modern political thought. Conclusion. Samuel Pufendorf's writings offer a rich and nuanced perspective on natural law, the role of the state, and human conduct. His emphasis on the social nature of humans, the importance of legal and moral obligations, and the need for a just and sovereign state provides a comprehensive framework for understanding law and politics.